and welcome here to MoreTalkFCB, and of course today we are going to be bringing you effectively more reaction to yesterday's game, because what a night it was, what a comeback it was, and I have to say, some of the reactions to yesterday's win, they have absolutely made my week, and look, this week has been brilliant anyway, and so today, all of those reactions, and plenty more as well, it's coming up for you. So let's get to it. And I do want to start here with a bit of drama between Barça and Sevilla, not only on the pitch, but also off it as well. And I've got to tell a story here to illustrate both of these incidents. Because number one, let's start here by talking about Sevilla's sporting director, Monchi, a person there in football that has become very, very well known over the years. And it was Monchi who seemingly took a bit of a dislike to Koeman's words about the referee after the first leg of the Copa del Rey, so much so that on Saturday at the Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan, when Barcelona beat Sevilla by 2-0, pure domination it was on the day. But on the sidelines, Monchi was heard saying it was picked up there by Spanish TV microphones. Monchi said the crybaby has had an impact, talking there about Koeman and his quotes about the referees, as Sevilla felt they were hard done by on the day. Now it's interesting though, because Koeman actually turned round on Saturday apparently. He heard that comment in the stands from Monchi, because obviously you can hear everything these days in the football stadiums, and he actually gave Monchi a thumbs up, probably sarcastically. But I mention this in particular because after yesterday's game, after yesterday's win, in the tunnel after the second leg there, when all the players were heading back to the changing rooms, on the way there, Barca players apparently approached Monchi because of those comments, because of those crybaby comments that he made towards Ronald Koeman, and the players there actively approaching Monchi, and apparently there Monchi actually confronted one of our players, and for me that is pretty significant. Not really there because of the argument, because of what's said, none of that really matters. It's interesting, it's funny, but it's not actually relevant. But what is important there is the fact the players want to back their coach, that the players there are willing to go and have an argument, willing to go and confront the opposition team to defend their coach. That's the kind of mentality we want. That says a lot about the way here that Koeman has that authority, has the backing of the dressing room, and in any Barca team at any time. That is crucial, and I would actually go as far to say it's priceless. But of course, that was not the end of the drama, because let's tell another story. Because after the first leg at the Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan, you'll remember that Jordi Alba went down in the area, and it appeared to be a penalty for Barca. Now, on the day, Mattia Lahoz did give the foul, but he actually gave it outside the box instead of inside, meaning that Barcelona there missed out on a very crucial decision. Now, after that first leg, Pedros was asked very innocently, he was asked by the journalist whether he felt as though Barca should have been awarded a penalty kick. Now, Pedros replied to the journalist, and all he said, literally all he said, was, I think it should have been a penalty. He said, that's why we have VAR to see these kind of things. In my opinion, it's definitely a penalty. He didn't say anything bad. He didn't say anything controversial. He's a young player after all. And yet, after the game, have a look at the tweet there from Suso. Let's not forget, a player there who's nearly 10 years older than Pedros, yet he wants to tweet there a series of crying emojis, almost to say there that Barca were crying, that Pedros was crying, when he didn't even say anything bad. And it's also ironic, given how much Sevilla cried yesterday. They were begging for penalties, they were moaning throughout the game, Lopetegui as well. They were all so unhappy, and of course after the game, I had my tweet ready. I know many other people did too. There was no chance, no way that Suso was getting away with that. But also who had their tweet ready? None other than the captain himself, Carlos Puyol. First of all, he tweeted just a simple tweet there, good night, quoting Suso's tweet. But when he received a reply to that tweet, which basically said, you too, Carlos, he actually said, me too. For me, you always have to respect your teammates. Knowing how to lose is as important as knowing how to win. Pedros didn't deserve that. And in football, everything comes back to you. Good night. And I think, again, the unity here behind this team from former players, current players, they want to get behind their own. Pedros is a player who is hugely respected already within this team, and we were always going to have his back on that one. The club too got involved, the official club account there. They actually quoted a different tweet. This time it was from Sevilla's account, a bit of a meme from the Barca PSG game, but the Barca account responded. They said football is about respect. And then again it comes out. good night. There was also a few amusing reactions the way of Ivan Ratatic in this game, because he was actually very, very unhappy after the final whistle. He said, I understand that it's complicated, but if there are so many cameras and so much help, it's difficult to understand certain decisions. He was talking there about the decision not to award a penalty for the ball, which did appear to strike Longley's hand after it had hit his body first. He said they have decided the match and the tie. It hurts a lot, and it's difficult to find an explanation. If it hits the hand, it's a penalty. Now, of course, here, many people are choosing to conveniently ignore the fact that Lucas Ocampos also, during that game, he had one penalty and he missed it, and then he went down the other end and he effectively caught the ball and led on it to stop us scoring from an effort on target. But of course, we're just going to gloss over that. I do have to say, there are some absolutely fantastic reactions. In particular, Jules Koundé was somebody who was picked up by the cameras. Of course, he scored what was a brilliant goal in the first leg, and he celebrated it as such. But yesterday, as you can see, he wasn't in such a good mood. It was a very different story in the second leg for Sevilla. And there was also plenty of you guys recognising that in terms of the predictions before the game, as we know, wink wink, we did say it was going to be 1-1. And effectively, we did succeed on that, if you know what I mean. So I'm certainly going to be sticking to that in the future and seeing how far that strategy can take us. There's a good tweet here, how it started versus how it's going. Piqué and Griezmann arguing, of course, against Paris Saint-Germain. Fast forward here. Just a number of days later, Griezmann providing Piqué for the winning goal. And it was a really nice moment there between the two of them. But of course, guys, we're under no illusions whatsoever that the big reaction, they came the way of Martin Braithwaite and his winning goal. And of course, there's always going to be comparisons between Martin Braithwaite and Brazilian Ronaldo, obviously, but I really like this one too. Martin Braithwaite, he doesn't want a nutmeg with a dribble. He nutmegs with a header. Come on, this is Braithwaite we're talking about. He only does the impossible. But all jokes aside, doesn't matter what you say about Braithwaite, doesn't matter what anybody thinks of him in a Barcelona shirt, nobody can take that goal away. He has scored a massive goal there for this club, sending us to a cup final, and I'm really, really happy there that he was able to do that, and who knows, he might get his hands on another trophy as well. Ballon d'Or, anyone? But that right there, guys, are some of the brilliant reactions that you guys had after what was a stunning night for us Barcelona fans, and like I say, this has been a very, very special week for us so far, and it has the potential to continue getting even better. This weekend, we travel to Osasuna on Saturday, and then coming up on Sunday, it's not only the Madrid derby, but a massive day in the future of our club. The presidential election is coming. There's going to be plenty of videos coming up for you right here on MoreTalkFCB and indeed over on the main channel. I thank you indeed, guys, for watching, for getting involved, for sticking around, and we can celebrate. We can enjoy these moments all together. I'll see you soon, and I thank you indeed for watching. But until next time, as always, Visca! El Barça!